All right, all right. What's up, everybody? Welcome, welcome. Got some people already jumping in here. Hello, hello. So good to see you guys on here. Amazing. Let me know in the chat what your school is. Like what are you doing? What are you helping people with? I would love to know. Wasim, what's up, man? Oh my gosh. Love seeing you on here, man. That's amazing. How are you? How are you? It's so good to see you guys. Love this. Guys, what is your school about? Where are you from? Love to hear that. Studying for the FE. Yep, the FE exam. Love that. Love that. Guys, if you don't know Wasim, you need to know him. He's an expert on Teachable. He's amazing. Awesome. Thanks, man. Good to see you. Got a room filling up here. Let me know in the chat what your school is about. Sarah says the Digital Mom Lab, education for parents on how to set up tech safety from New York. That's amazing. I love that. It's very needed. Chris Chan, what's up, man? Thanks for being on here. Gerald says, good day. School teachers, students, cybersecurity, practical skills. Love that. Simply Cyber Academy. Amazing, amazing. Laura, leadership development, crucially needed. Logged in from Tampa. Okay. Shout out to Tampa. That's where I went to school at. That's where I'm from, Florida. Love that. So, Laura, great to have you on. So excited. Woo, that's right. Sandra, where'd you go? Where'd you go? Art school for classical landscape painters. Oh my goodness. Maybe so a little bit of plein air out there doing some classical landscape. Love that. I have some amazing paintings from some really amazing artists locally, actually in Bradenton, Florida. Um, so that's awesome. I love that. Near and dear to my heart right there. Allison, helping a dog. I'm helping a dog behaviorist set up products. We're here in wintry Northern Ireland. Oh, wow. That sounds amazing. Ahmed says, cybersecurity, love it. Kevin from San Antonio, computer programming. Welcome, Kevin. Love to have you here. Ashley, hello from Denver. Hello, hello. Great to see you. Big idea boot camp for marketing teams to think bigger. Sweet. Hopefully today I can help that's just any of you think a little bit bigger to be able to think um, things maybe you haven't thought of before. So I love that. Any brainstorming, any ideas like that kind of stuff is so welcome. And I love that. Peter, good to see you again, Peter. You were on yesterday with us for our first webinar. Amazing. Hello from Scotland. That's awesome. Worldwide training for airport operators. Love that. Jorn, lead Six Sigma courses out of Frankfurt. Amazing. Eric from San Jose, Mexico. Love it, guys. We have a great crew. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for jumping on for our Black Friday playbook. We're so excited to bring this information to you today. Um, these this is not just like any webinar. This is reaching back over the past 3 years of working with our teachable creators, understanding where they were hung up at, pulling in some strategy, hearing from strategy that's worked for multiple creators through masterminds and these kind of things that we have put together and learned some awesome stuff of what works. And like, guys, it's so important that you guys are able to collaborate with each other, which is why I'll give you access to a WhatsApp group at the end of this. So hang on. It's going to be amazing. There's already a lot of people in there and connecting and helping each other. So hang on for that at the end. But let's dive in as this sales season is coming up, guys. And it's amazing. It's not too late to start, and we're just in time. So let's jump into this thing. So, who in the world am I? I am Jordan Hoopengarner. I am a customer success consultant here at Teachable. I've been with the company for 3 years. Before Teachable, I was running my own marketing consulting, funnel building company where we were just doing group coaching and funnel builds and challenges and copywriting and offer creation and yada, 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 all that kind of funnel stuff. So um, I'm deep into that world where I understand a lot of creators or experts like you are experts in your craft first, and marketing became a thing that you had to learn second. Let me know in the chat if that resonates with you, because I've heard a lot of other creators say that before. So that's where I lean in. I love to be able to help people get their marketing. So Gerald says 100%. Danielle says absolutely. Allison, so true. Wasim, true. Yeah, true, says Ahmed. Amazing, guys. Thank you for confirming that. So that's where like I get a lot of just joy out of helping you guys uncover little things that maybe you didn't realize before. This webinar is for existing creators that likely would have a product already. Though if you don't, we have a pre-sale webinar that I did yesterday that will definitely help you. But there's sometimes it's just small tweaks that you can make and you can see like maybe a marginal result, or I've seen people make tens of thousands of dollars more by making one tweak. So it's real, the things that you can do. It's amazing. So our agenda today, we've got a lot to go through. We're going to dive in deep into some Black Friday data from last year from our data team. Shout out our Teachable data team. Thank you for helping me with this. Black Friday playbook. We're going to dive into some proven strategies. And then, like I mentioned, how to connect with other creators to crush Black Friday together. That's our WhatsApp group. I'll drop the link towards the end of the webinar. So please hang on for that. Black Friday is absolutely the biggest sales season of the year. Put in the chat if you have done Black Friday before. Let me know. And if you haven't, also let me know that too, because here's why. On average, our creators see a 25 to 40% boost in earnings during this time. Like it's massive, guys. If you haven't done this before, I've worked with creators that didn't do it before, that talked to other creators that did do it before, and they were like, you need to do this, and then they saw massive results because they leaned into this season. So Allison, first time. Laura, first time. Gerald, also, guys, side note, if you have questions, throw it in the Q&A. Gerald, I saw that you have a question that reminded me. Thank you. Put it in the Q&A so that at the end of the webinar, I can find it because I'm not going to find it in the chat. I think there's probably just too much going on. I'll lose it. So please put it in the Q&A if you have it. Sandra, every year. Liz, absolutely. Massive sales and then a new benchmark. Awesome. So super big time of the year. People are ready to buy, like they're anticipating it. So why not jump into that momentum? So it worked for these creators right here, and it can work for you too. This was last year. I did a mastermind. Milan said, I'm pretty happy, more than doubled last year's sales. Milan just absolutely crushed Black Friday. Michael tripled what he made in a month in only 4 days, and he still had 6 days left of his campaign. So that was just so cool seeing that. Misha set a goal, and then she crushed the goal, and she was thinking like, wow, I could actually do $100,000 in a day. Like that's the kind of volume in the way that this kind of sales can motivate you. So those are some real results that I took from a real screenshot in WhatsApp. I'm not making this up. So Insider Black Friday teachable data. This is what this looks like. I'm peeling back the layers a little bit here. Here's what we see in October, kind of normal sales. These are the weekends. We see a first peak start to happen in November, and then sales are, they kind of average out weekend, and then coming up, and boom, here's where this ramps up into Black Friday. Boom, Black Friday, biggest sales day of the year in Teachable. The weekends are even huge, and then Cyber Monday. So I'll go into this a little bit, but like don't just think that you have to run 1 day sale. There's opportunity to run this thing for a week. Some people even do it for an entire month. That's up to you how you want to do this thing. But this is like the data purely, and this is how important this sales season is. So, and also side note, it's what we'd call like an inverse bell. Basically, like you see a large volume in the front part of your promotion, it drops off a little bit, but then it can actually there's ways that you can actually bring sales up even in the middle of it, and then hold fast for the end, like give a final push in the last final hours. I'll say this again probably a few times during this webinar, but it's so important. I've seen creators literally double their sales in the last minutes, and they weren't going to do anything before, but it's like $25,000 more in the last few hours. So this is a big sales season, guys. Record-breaking weekend on Teachable. This was from last year. Around 6,000 schools made sales during Black Friday 2024. They earned 2.17 times more per day during Black Friday than the rest of the whole year. So huge. Average Black Friday discount in 2024 was 47%. A lot of times people are asking like, how do I price my stuff? What is my discount like? What should I discount it? Well, there's an average of what you saw over 6,000 schools to give you a pretty good idea. The product types that fuel Black Friday. Courses led the way. That's our bread and butter. It was our top revenue driver of Black Friday in 2024. The average course sold for $111 after discounts, down from $195, with an average of 43 or like 47% off. Bundles ranked second in total revenue, with creators offering deep discounts. So we've got courses, and then bundles are where you take multiple courses or digital downloads or coaching and put that into one product called a bundle. Final prices dropped 54% on average, down from 304, with most bundles including 3 courses. So that's really good to know, especially if you're building a bundle, which I would recommend. I would recommend that you build a bundle, and we'll dive into what's called an irresistible offer here in a minute. Digital downloads held strong with an average sales price of $30, around $30, offering creators an accessible entry point for new buyers. Digital downloads are super cool to make. They're easy to create the product and teachable, and you can easily attach that into a bundle. So Black Friday 2024 was driven by deals, and coupons were at the absolute heart of it. They were essential in driving sales. 70% of all Black Friday 2024 sales used a coupon. So that's huge. 90% of all coupons offered a percentage off discount versus like a dollar off discount. So when you're setting up the coupon code, keep that in mind that if you do a percentage off, that's what most people did. 47% was the average discount that somebody gave. So there's some stats for you. Let's dive in a little bit more. 80% of discounted sales came from existing products. So we're not talking about that you have to go and launch a brand new product for Black Friday. No, if you already have the product, that's where most of our teachable creators were actually creating their discounts and their Black Friday sales from. They already had the product in hand. 68% of creators had one standout product that drove over half of their Black Friday revenue. So instead of, say, maybe you have 20 products, instead of saying, here's my Black Friday sale, here's all 20 products, look at your sales of your products and of your courses. Like if you go to courses, you can see which ones are doing the best. You probably have a good idea of that already. But you can say, okay, let's just narrow this down. Let's simplify our options, or even create a bundle and do maybe 2 or 3 or 1 to 3 or 4 bundles of products just to simplify it for people. I like to say this: a confused mind says no. So if you're giving somebody 20 options, they're probably like, I don't know which option to take. But if you're like, this is our beginner bundle, this is our intermediate bundle, this is our advanced bundle, and just simplify the process so much. So that's what we saw most creators doing. 3.4 is the average number of products featured by schools during Black Friday 2024. Those who went even further than that, with more than one product on sale, showcased 5.8 products on average. So there's another stat for you. And Black Friday isn't just a sales spike, it's a growth engine. 38% of students made another purchase, like a repurchase, after Black Friday happened. So within that same year, they were making more purchases. I like to say someone who buys from you once is 10 times more likely to buy from you again. So don't just hold on to like, this is Black Friday, it's a one and done shot. No, think about how you can also engage these people later on. It could be holiday sales in December. It could be new year, new you in January. You got to think even just a little bit before and beyond that. Black Friday framework: proven sales strategies to use during your sale. We're going to dive into now some strategy. We went over some data, and we're going to back this up with proven strategies. Here's what we're going to look at. We're going to look at building your irresistible offer, which is so key to marketing and to selling. Step 2, promote and build hype. We're going to go over just like a simple messaging strategy or a framework, and just a quick and easy promotional calendar. And step 3, executing on your sale, launching this thing. So let's go into the irresistible offer. If you've never heard of it before, an irresistible offer is a no-brainer value exchange that makes buying an easy decision. Basically, you're stacking on a lot of value to help somebody. You're saying, I've got this course here and this digital download, and I'm doing a mastermind or whatever, and you're compiling this and stacking this offer up, that it's like, oh, the price doesn't even feel like the price feels so small at this point of the value and transformation that I can receive if I purchase this. That's what I'm aiming. Like I'm gonna buy this thing. Like it's no brainer. You can also have mediocre design. Like you might not be a designer, and that's okay. You can use if you have a great offer, it's always going to win over design. And so, not to say that design's not important, it is important, but don't stress yourself about it. In fact, you can even use our product detail page, which is like an instant sales page as you create the course. Like you can just, it's already there. You just let it go live and you can make a few edits on it, and boom, you've got an easy sales page that you can dedicate straight to Black Friday and make it so simple. Pro tips for crafting your offer. So this is coming from people that I've worked with. They've said, or our clients, our creators, create a new Black Friday only bundle. Like make this thing unique, make it a one-time offer that's only available during this year. It's going to help to build urgency, and just help to make this thing stand out a little bit during this time. Also, adding digital downloads as bonuses. I mentioned this before, but it's so easy to do this in Teachable. And I'm going to show you um, something here in a minute that really helps to get the juices flowing of what you can offer. Make your Black Friday discount the best of the year. Like this is your best time. This is your biggest offer that you're giving. It's standing alone and it's standing out during this time. Also, if you don't want a discount, which not everybody does, and I get that, add a high value bonus instead. Don't just say this is my standard offer that you're normally offering. Like if you don't want a discount, add more stuff to it. Create more little bonuses that you can add in there. And we'll dive into what that might look like here in a second. Structure upsells to boost your average order value. We're also going to dive into upsells and how to create what's called an offer sequence. So upsells are so amazing, and almost every time that I get on a call with a creator, they haven't executed this fully because it's it's just such a powerful little feature. You can easily add order bumps. You can easily add just a one-time offer or post-purchase offer into your marketing funnel and see more sales. So definitely encourage you to add upsells if you don't have it. Let's talk about creating a natural upsell sequence. I love this technique. It's called splintering. I've been using it for like 7 years. It's so awesome. It really helps you to unpack how your offer should flow and for it to make sense. Because if you have, a course, but then you offer something as an upsell that doesn't make any sense with it, like it's not going to convert. But also, if you have trouble thinking of what's next, this is how you unpack this with this technique called splintering. So the first thing is you have your core offer, and you're going to work backwards from your core offer. Your core offer is like let's say just your main course. Well, pulling a piece out of that main course helps you to create a low ticket product. A low ticket product is useful and beneficial because it allows people an entry point level that maybe they wouldn't have gone for your first big core product or your flagship course, but it gives you a low ticket option to give to them. Then out of that low ticket, you can pull out what's called a lead magnet. And so that's how you're building your email list. So then when you reverse that, now we have a lead magnet, and then someone's on your email list. The natural next step for them is to buy the low ticket and then buy your core offer as an upsell. So, and this all can be done in Teachable through the upsell funnel as well. Here's a couple of just fun examples. Let's say that I was a marketing coach and I had a funnel launch course, and I'm teaching people how to launch their funnels, how to make more sales. Well, I can pull out of that part of my course is a funnel audit. And then that's going to help people as a standalone product now that is going to help them uncover ways that they are maybe missing sales. Out of that piece, I can pull out some form of framework that I can then say, hey, this is my framework. This is a high level view of how marketing works in general. Get this free thing. So then when you reverse it, we've got this free framework, then going to the funnel audit to purchase there, and then the full course. So that's how splintering works there. Also, a sourdough baker. We have all kinds of creators on Teachable. Let's say that their main thing is a bakery business coaching. Okay. Pulling out of that, we have courses on just how to create all kinds of baked goods. Well, from that, you could pull out a mini course on sourdough and then build your email list. When they download the free thing and give you their email, you offer the free course, or I'm sorry, the paid course. And then that upsells into ascends into your bakery business coaching. So that's how you create a natural offer flow, or what's called an offer sequence. Here's the upsell funnel tool. This is like one of my favorite things in Teachable. And it really helps to drive your average order value. So what we're looking at here is we've got order bumps. So if you go to your courses and you click upsell funnel, this is what you're going to see. Order bumps are like the gum at a checkout line. It's like if you're at the grocery store, it's a really simple add-on kind of thing. Like it doesn't take a lot to think about. Usually geared like at max like $50. I've seen people do 97 or 100 or whatever, like, and that might work for them. It depends on your audience, but like it's got to be, they need to be able to make a buying decision without like overthinking something. You can do 3 order bumps on Teachable's checkout. You might want to do 1, you might want to do 2, or you might want to do 3. It's up to you. Then you have your one-click post-purchase offer. This is right after the checkout. You can put up a simple page where they can buy it with one click. They don't have to go back into checkout. It's really easy for someone to have. Then you've got the thank you page upsell. You can add that to there after they've completed the order. They can have a chance to offer again. And then we also even have a course lesson upsell where if they're going through curriculum, they can also purchase more from you. So that's your upsell funnel. Hope that that helps with the splintering concept to really think of how you can structure your offers. And honestly, believe it or not, most creators miss doing these and they leave like 10% of sales on the table is on average what we see. Irresistible offer idea bank. I love this because it helps to get the juices flowing. I mentioned this earlier, but these are just different ideas of what you can offer, and you can build this and sell it in Teachable. So digital products, our main thing is courses, but you can also create a mini course. You can create a digital download of a checklist, a template, PDF download, audio file, all kinds of things that you can add to your offer to make it irresistible. What you want to think of is if I'm selling a course, what is going to help someone get transformation faster? How am I going to help them get a result even better and make this as easy as possible? So those are the kind of things like for digital products that you could easily do. And then when we look at, excuse me, services and experiences, we have our coaching product. You could also do some form of group coaching, mastermind community. What I love about like the digital downloads in Teachable, and a lot of people don't know this, is you can actually sell a link as a digital download, just a link. So it gives them access to, say, Discord, or it gives them access to WhatsApp or to a Zoom call, or whatever. You can link out anything that you want like that. And so you can put that into your offer and sell that. Like it's not that hard to create some form of mastermind around something to help people get results, and it boosts the value, and you can boost the price as well. So you can do those kind of things really easily and Teachable. All right, we're cruising through this. Are you guys okay? I know that we're covering a lot. The recording will be available, and we'll also have the WhatsApp group where we're going to unpack some stuff. So let me know in the chat. Are you guys doing okay? How is this going for you so far? So step 2, promote and build hype. So this is where we're going to dive into actually like getting into like the nitty-gritty of this. So let's see. 4-step story framework. It's super important that you have a framework and an idea of how to communicate to your audience. This sometimes is like the hardest part, is like thinking of like how do I speak to these people without what I call techno babble. And I didn't make up that term, but like techno babble is basically like you're so close to your product that you're all like you just think of like all of the details of things instead of like speaking their language. So you want to be able to really speak their language. And here's how you do it. First, you need to have some form of hook when you're speaking to people. A hook is just a simple statement that draws them in. It stops them in their tracks a little bit. It piques their curiosity. Then you want to be able to speak to the pain that they are going through, the things that they're struggling with. And then start speaking about the solution. This is how you help, because if you only just land on the pain part of things, that's gonna you don't want to just like muddy the water. You want to give them hope. So we want to talk about a solution and how you can help them. And then always, always, always give a call to action. This is the action that you want them to take. This does not have to be a sale every single time. This can be, hey, go watch this video. It's really going to help you out. Or, hey, subscribe to my newsletter. I'm putting out tons of content in there. Or it could be buy my course or download this free thing or whatever. Like always give them another option to keep going with you. So let's look at the 4-step story framework as a practical example. Let's say that I'm a functional medicine doctor helping people heal from black mold illness. Really specific. A hook for this might be something like this. Most people don't realize that their home is what's making them sick. That might enter into someone's story and they might start to think like, oh, wait a minute, I am always sick. Like I've never really thought of that in that light before. And then start going into the pain. But it's really important that you also empathize with people in the pain. And a lot of you are going to be experts that were where your students are. You were there before, but you've gone further enough down the track to be able to help them and reach back and say, hey, I can help you out here. So speaking something like this, if I was a functional medicine doctor, excuse me, saying, I know what it feels like to live with high anxiety, thinking something is wrong with me, always having migraines, cold symptoms, eczema. You've probably thought, will I always be sick? My family thinks that I'm crazy, right? So we're speaking their language and then giving some form of solution saying, hey, but there's hope. You can get your life back and finally feel like yourself again. And it can be done all naturally. It's not you. You're not the problem. The problem is the black mold. And that's why I created this mold detox challenge to help you start feeling better in 10 days, helping them get some form of result fast. And then giving a call to action. Download the free mold detox challenge now to start living again. So back this framework, you can do it in your head. Hook, pain, solution, call to action. It doesn't matter if you're live on YouTube, if you are doing an Instagram reel, like you can do this kind of stuff in your head. If you're creating a sales page, if you're creating any kind of content, writing emails, whatever it is, like you can memorize how this framework works and get really good at it. Okay, let's talk about a quick and easy, down and dirty promotional checklist and timeline. So first we want to look at, what are your traffic sources? Do you have socials? Are you on YouTube? Make sure that you're covering the ground there. Do you have an email list? Your existing students. Existing students are going to be huge in this. Podcasts. Do you have a podcast? Do you run paid ads? Do you have affiliates or collaborators? Like as you're promoting your Black Friday campaign, go through this checklist and say, okay, got all my socials done. I got all of my collaborators done. Like I've got a video scheduled next week with so and so, and we're going to talk Black Friday. He's an affiliate of mine on Teachable, and I'm going to pay him 30%. Whatever. Like whatever that ends up looking like. Go through your traffic source, because if you've got people out there that are your audience and you forget to do one, it's literally just like it's missed sales because they didn't know about it. So it's really easy to do, just to cover your bases here on your traffic sources. All right, let's look at a week by week timeline here. So 1 to 2 weeks out, that's like now, announce that you have a Black Friday sale coming. Like even if you get off of this webinar and just say, hey, I've got a Black Friday sale coming. One, that's going to put you into motion, because you're putting a statement out there and you're now holding yourself accountable to this idea. You don't have to have all the details worked out yet, but you could at least let your people know that you have something coming. It's going to start building anticipation early and building some hype. 1 week out, start doing value posts. Start saying like, here's how I've helped people. Like, here's some case studies. Here's some testimonials. Here's some like helpful 1, 2, 3s. Easy stuff like that. Building up the warmth, building up the engagement. Then launch day. This is when your sale opens. We're going to go through that here in just a second. Midweek, doing a live Q&A. Like, I love this. Someone did this last year. They were like, hey, my sales have like just kind of dropped off, like, or at least like plateaued a lot. And like, I would love for them to jump up here. Well, doing a live Q&A in the middle of it, it's going to re-energize that, or at least it did for the creator that I'll show you here in a second. Final day, last chance. Do this, do this, do this. Always be pushing a last chance to get your Black Friday deal. Otherwise, I think you would miss out on some sales. I've seen people, like I said, double their sales in the last minute. And then this was a fun one. I love this. I learned this last year. After your sale's over, even having something for like those people that did not buy during that time that maybe forgot to check their email or whatever. They might go check that and you have an email that says, "Hey, I have 10 coupons left." And it's at 30%. It was at, 50%, but this is your last chance to get this. And so go in and, buy it now. You have 24 hours. Something like that. You can do that kind of stuff in Teachable. You can put a countdown timer on the checkout page that your coupon code is available for, like, and build that urgency there. But it's a way to just uncover or recover sales that you might have missed because people didn't engage. And maybe they wanted to, they just forgot. Some more pro tips. Partner with your affiliates. If you have affiliates, don't leave them out. Think about this. Like versus paid ads. Paid ads you have to pay up front. Affiliates, you pay if a sale is made. You pay out the commission, but it's a lot safer because like you didn't have to actually pay out up front. So partner with affiliates. If you have affiliates, let them promote your Black Friday stuff. Do some videos or some collaboration with them. Post a teaser graphic. I know people last year they just put a logo of Black Friday, like posted it on Instagram, and it was just like they barely said anything, like it's coming, something like that. It just builds up some anticipation. So definitely, I would recommend doing that. I loved this. I learned this last year too. Send a don't buy yet pre-sale email. So you're saying like before the sale happens, you're just saying, hey, don't buy from me right now. Dot dot dot. Wait until Black Friday. I'm gonna have like the best deals. So just hold for that. Like it was a fun campaign. I know multiple creators did this. They had fun with it. And it builds this like curiosity, like, why are you telling me to not buy from you? Like, who does that? But it's like, just wait. I'm gonna have really awesome Black Friday deals going. Also, warn your list about extra emails. I loved this. Like Black Friday, you kind of have a little bit of a license, if you will, to push a little bit more than normal. But it's okay to just warn your email list, like saying, hey, I'm going to be pushing more emails. You're going to hear from me a lot. Hang on, this isn't my normal behavior, maybe, or whatever. Like, I even know some people that had an opt out link of just that campaign. So the people didn't opt out of their actual email list, but just that single campaign. They gave them the option to do that. I thought that was brilliant. Run a midweek live to re-energize sales. I just mentioned this, but like I would highly recommend doing something like this if you see your sales start to naturally just like dip because the big hype of the first launch day has already happened. Like run something in the middle of the week to help build it. It could be a Q&A, it could be a webinar, it could be content that you already have. And here it is again. Not running a final push is a big mistake that I see people make. So do it, do it, do it. Put in the chat. Should you run a final push or not? Yes or no? Another mistake is only promoting Black Friday for one day. Like if you're the day before and you're like, oh, by the way, I'm having a Black Friday sale. Like, thank you, Chris. Um, if you're saying like the day before, you're like, tomorrow I'm having a Black Friday sale, like that is not going to get the same amount of engagement as if you start today and start saying Black Friday's coming. Black Friday's coming. Like, here's some value posts. Here's some stuff. Like, promote this thing for more than one day. Also, don't think of it like a flash sale. Don't do just one day. I would not recommend that. I would recommend that you let this thing go for at least at least a couple days, but at least a week. Some people, like I said, they'll do an entire like month of November, and that's up to you if you want to do that. It works great for some people. So don't just do a 1 day flash sale. Don't forget to build the anticipation. Like the more that you put into this campaign, the better that it's going to go for you. So build the anticipation that this thing's coming. And also don't forget to do a dedicated sales page. You can have your sales page on your third-party site, WordPress, and just link out to Teachable's checkout. That's totally fine. You can do a sales page within Teachable, like the classic way, or you can do our product detail page, which is like the instant fast way. It's done for you. You just have to make it go live. So there's like, don't forget to make it themed specifically towards Black Friday. And of course, leverage these teachable tools to boost your results. Shout out again to our data team and helping us to really unpack like what are our creators' results when they enable these features. So if you have back office on average, what we've seen our creators do is earn 25% more sales from back office. Back office allows you access to PayPal and buy now, pay later. It also simplifies your admin work. If you have affiliates, if you have authors, it pays them out automatically, and it also handles your tax forms. Back to what we're talking about with upsells. Upsells on average, we see a 10% lift in sales, which is like, why would you not? It doesn't take too long to set up. You can just put in an upsell, go through the splintering method that I just showed you if you get stuck on what to upsell. But on average, we see 10% more. And that's a huge increase in average order value. Cart abandonment. If it's not already automatically on in your Teachable school, go to your email settings in Teachable and enable it. On average, we see 4% lift in sales. Basically, the way that it works is if someone hits your checkout, puts in their email address, and does not check out, in an hour, Teachable automatically sends them an email saying, like, it's just an abandoned cart email to help you recover that lost sale. So to me, that's a no-brainer that you should have that enabled. Buy now, pay later included in back office. We see a 13% lift in sales. Basically, what that does is if someone wants to buy your product through buy now, pay later, you get paid up front, and one of our third-party buy now, pay later vendors takes on the risk of payments. So you're paid in front, up front. Your student gets access to the product, and it's a win for you, a win-win for your student and you. PayPal, still a huge contributor to sales at 19% on average lift, again, available through back office. Add flexible payment options, makes checkout a lot easier for people that like to buy through PayPal. And of course, affiliate sales. Shout out in the chat. Have you used affiliates? Have you used authors? Like these are two features that are amazing and you really should dive in to using those. Have you used affiliates or have you used authors? 15% lift in sales on average. I've seen people scale like crazy with affiliates that they didn't even ever do their own content on their own. They just had some really solid affiliates and made like $500,000 in a year. I've seen people scale like crazy with authors that are in the school creating content for them and they are simply managing it. I've seen people just go just bananas with sales using like or working with other experts. Laura says that she just started with affiliates. That's awesome, Laura. You can do that. That's amazing. Laura, if you're in WhatsApp, remind me if I'll show you if you joined the WhatsApp group, remind me and I'll post some videos on affiliate sales as well. Some strategy stuff that our team has brought in other experts to talk. It's awesome. Affiliates are amazing. All right, we made it, guys. Let's wrap up and give a few next steps here. So some key takeaways. Build your offer strategically. Build it so it's irresistible. Make it so valuable. Give the best discount of the year. Like, really make this thing stand out over the rest of the year. Promote now and promote often. Don't feel shy. Like, I worked with a creator 2 years ago, back in 2023, and I simply suggested, like, post a video on your YouTube channel just talking about your sale. She felt a little bit timid. She didn't really want to do it. She launched her Black Friday. She had a big spike in sales. Sales dropped off. She was like kind of bummed. Reached back out to me and I was like, "Did you shoot the video? Did you tell them like your sale's about to end? Do this thing." She's like, "Okay." She went, shot a video, edited the video, put it up, and she literally made $25,000 more if she wasn't going to do it. So promote now, promote often, execute this thing with urgency. You will get out of it what you put into it, guys. I'm telling you, it's worth it. Always end with a final push. If you don't, if you don't take anything from this webinar, always end with a final push. And I challenged everyone in WhatsApp this morning saying, go just announce your sale. Even if you don't have anything put together yet, even if you don't have your offer put together yet, if you just announce it and start to like build that anticipation, people start to expect it. And then it does something for you of like this form of accountability of like, oh wow, like this thing's coming. Like this is, I've got to do this thing. I just said it. So here's a few other ways. We're right at the end. Here's a few other ways of how we can help you win on Black Friday at Teachable. So I'm announcing our Black Friday sales challenge. Basically, the more that you sell on Teachable, the more that you're going to earn, the more that we're going to reward you. From right now until December 31st, the end of the year, even beyond Black Friday, every sale that you make on Teachable brings you closer to exclusive rewards, from subscription credits to creator grants, and even an all expenses paid trip to Brazil to attend one of the world's biggest creator economy events. All you have to do is keep selling and you'll get rewarded in the new year. So let's break this down a little bit. Tier one, for every $10,000 that you sell, you're going to get a $50 credit to apply towards your Teachable annual plan. All the way up to $249,000 in sales, you're going to get a $50 credit for every 10,000 that you sell on Teachable. Tier two, 250,000 and up in sales, you're going to get a $1,200 Teachable credit plus an exclusive feature on Teachable's blog, podcast, or socials. Tier three, 500K in sales and up, $1,200 credit plus a $2,000 creator grant for ads, consulting, business growth. Basically, here's $2,000 that we want to help you just continue to grow and to continue to just crush it. If you hit 100 or 1.5 million or up in sales, you'll get a $1,200 Teachable credit, all expenses paid trip to Brazil or the cash equivalent, and the ticket to Hot Mart Fire 2026. 10,000 attendees. This is just such an amazing high energy event with a ton of creators, 140 keynote speakers from 35 countries. Also, if you use back office, all your sales are going to get a 1.2 times multiplier. So back office, like I mentioned, it already helps to boost sales. If you use it, if you toggle it on, you're going to get a 1.2 times multiplier to go towards all of these tiers right here. Okay, here it is. Join the Black Friday WhatsApp group. Let me post this in the chat as well. Scan the QR code, join the group with us. Here's the link. Jump in there with us. There's already, a bunch of creators in there from yesterday's webinar. Everyone is super excited. The motivation is high. The energy is high in the group. Like, we're ready to dive in. On Monday, I'm doing an office hours where you show up and I'm going to help you unpack this thing. We're going to do it for an hour. Come with your questions, learn from other creators. It's just one of the most amazing ways that you guys can really tap in. I know being a creator feels lonely a lot, and you don't have to do this thing alone. You can do this with other creators. You can do this with me. I will be there to help you, and we'll unpack this thing together. So that is what I would love for you to do. I would love for you to jump into the WhatsApp group with us. Thank you so much for joining me today. Let's see, we've got some questions in the Q&A. If you continue to have questions, put them in the Q&A. I'm here for you. We're going to dive in. We've got about 14 minutes and we're going to see what we can unpack here. So let's see. Let me stop sharing here. All right. Is there a recording of yesterday's webinar? I had a conflicting commitment and I couldn't join. Yes, there is a recording in the webinar, in WhatsApp, and I will post that, or I've already posted it. So when you join WhatsApp, you'll see it as one of the most recent posts. So great question. Thank you for asking. All right, Mumtaz, are these strategies applicable for B2B sales? Yeah, I mean, you can adapt this and you can take this however you would like to. You can do these kind of things. I know somebody, Brent Ozar, who sells B2B a lot, and he's super successful during Black Friday. So yeah, you can take these kind of strategies and adapt that to your B2B sales. So absolutely. Thank you. Great question. Peter, what's up, Peter? Does Black Friday also work for B2B sales? I sell to both individuals and businesses. All right, we just answered that. Great question, Peter. Yes, you can do these kind of sales or these kind of strategies with B2B. And I'd be happy to unpack this in WhatsApp and on the office hours more as well. All right, are all of the irresistible offer ideas counted as products? I have the builder planned as I am just starting out. Thanks. Yes, it would be counted as a product. If you publish a product in Teachable, whether it's a course or it's a digital download or it's a coaching product, that would count as a product. But yes, you can build that all into a bundle, and you should have an unlimited number of bundles, but you know just work within the confines of your plan for products, published products. Great question. Thank you for asking. All right, Gerald, four-step story framework. What's most effective delivery vehicle? Social media post, email, newsletter, DM, video. I would say yes to all of it. It is it's not just like that you have to use it in one spot. Use it everywhere. Use it all over the place. Um, you could use it in conversation with people if you're in an in-person event, like just the way that you speak to people. If you're DMing people, like if you're talking with someone, you can begin to, you know, just people respond well to story. If you are doing an Instagram reel, if you're doing anything on social, like just filter it through this kind of framework. It'll help you to speak more clearly. It'll help you to communicate a message that's powerful and transformational. Great question, Gerald. Love it. Thank you for asking. Peter, another question. Awesome. I have invited colleagues, contacts in different continents to be affiliates, proposed a 15% commission. So far, I have three interested in Europe, Africa, and New Zealand Pacific. Any tips, please? Yes, Peter, I will post the whole thing, the whole video in WhatsApp on affiliate training. It's going to be, I think, a super helpful resource for you. I will say that on average, I do see more than a 15% commission. If that works for you, amazing. Just a few quick tips off the top of my head. Look what competitors might be doing. What are they offering? Is it comparable? Also, be like treat your affiliates like they are business partners. Have regular communication with them. Have a Zoom call with them. Just work with them. The better that you help them, the better that they're going to help you. It's going to be a mutual relationship. Some people choose to open up their whole affiliate program to anybody. Some people choose to make it application based and approve and deny. If they want to keep it tight to a specific group, that is up to you. But yeah, the training that our team did on affiliates, I think would be very helpful in going in a lot more than that. Great question, Peter. Thank you. All right, Peter, with another question. Amazing. For customers already subscribed to my core offer course, should I offer a smaller bundle for mini course and product and add-ons as well as my main Black Friday offer bundle? So if they already have your core offer course, um, you if they have the thing that you would already be selling, you've got to think what else are they going to need? What else is the next thing in line? Because if you start to pull off stuff from that and they already have it, it's already the itch is already scratched, if that makes sense. Like you don't have they've already got what you're wanting to sell or what how you're going to help them transform. So but you got to think, how can I deliver results even greater, even faster, even make it more beneficial? Back to like the irresistible offer idea bank, like you could, I had a coach once that literally like I would text them back and forth. And like that was like when I would get hung up on something, I literally would just text him and he'd send me voice messages. It was one of the most valuable things I've ever had that I've ever bought, because on a moment like I could be like, "Hey, I'm stuck on this thing," and he would like voice message me back like on his personal number. Like that was so valuable. And that's so easy to set up those kind of things. Masterminds, very easy. Group calls, those kind of things, so simple. A community, all those things. What else, what layer next can you take them, Peter? We call this an ascension ladder. We're talking like basic stuff that you begin with, and then what else can they do to continue on a journey? What's a $25,000 offer that you have for them, Peter? You know, what's a $10,000 offer? What's a $5,000? Like think of those things, like what's the next level that I could take these people to? Obviously, like, per your business, it doesn't have to be that kind of level, but like what can you take them to? Like what can you help them do next? So I hope that that helps, Peter. All right, Allison Matthews. We have literally just made our first ever digital product course in Teachable and made three bundles out of them. Instead of using coupons for Black Friday, we're creating one pricing option for each, which is called Black Friday. Is this as effective first time round as using coupons? Okay, so Allison, that is an amazing question. What I would recommend is that you on your pricing plan, you put the full price of what it normally is. Let's say that your course is $500. Okay. What I would recommend is then giving it a coupon code of saying, like, this is what we wanted to launch it at anyways, so that they see and feel that they're getting a discount right now. Whether it's your first time offer, it's your founder's offer, it's a early bird offer, it's your entry offer, whatever you want to frame it as, your entry offer for Black Friday plus Black Friday, whatever it is, I would highly recommend that you don't just put a standard price out there, but that you would put a coupon code on top of that to get to the point of where you would normally sell it at. So that's going to help them to really feel that discount. That is such an awesome question, Allison, and thank you for asking. Liz, what's up, Liz? Good to see you again. When does the challenge start? I've heard different dates. The challenge is already on. So the challenge is going anytime from I actually believe that it was when we had our Thrive event last week, was when it really truly kicked off of the sales numbers that we are counting towards this challenge of how we're going to reward you. So up until the end of the year, Liz, is when your sales will count. So great question. Thank you for asking. All right. Let's see. We got about 6 more minutes left. And let's see. Thank you. I captured a screenshot for the WhatsApp group QR code, but it doesn't work. Okay. Please share a link. If you check the chat, I have the link in there as well. So make sure you hit the link there. And that should get you in there. All right, awesome. I see a bunch of you have just joined the WhatsApp group, so it looks like it's working. Love that. Awesome. Welcome, guys. I'm so glad you're in there. All right. Claudette says, can we get a link to yesterday's webinar? Missed that one. We'd love to have another look at today's slides. Yes, the link for yesterday's webinar is in WhatsApp. And yeah, I have no problem posting the slides. I can do that. I can put the slides in there from yesterday and from today. Great question. Would love that. Wasim, hey man. By any chance, do you have examples of effective email funnels available for Black Friday sales? I just not off the top of not in like this moment, Wasim, but I do have some strategies from last year that worked. I don't mind posting that in WhatsApp. Wasim, if you want to jump in there, I can absolutely put that in there as well. And just pull in some Black Friday email strategies. I'd be stoked to do that actually. So that's a great. I need to note your question. And affiliates, and I got a lot of things to post in there. I got slides, I got presentations, I got replays. So quick notes. Great question, Wasim. Love it. And yes, absolutely. All right, and Sandra. We got 5 minutes left, guys. This is my last question that I see. Love the idea of splintering, but do people have an issue or they've already purchased a part of the full course? What's the best way to position that? So if they've already purchased the full course, I've seen people do a few different things. One, if someone comes to you and they're like, hey, I already bought this thing. And this also kind of addresses like Black Friday discounts in general. Like people are like, I just bought this thing and now you're giving it at this discount. Like that's a little bit upsetting to me. I've seen people handle this in two ways. That one, that they would just say like, hey, I appreciate you coming to me. Yeah, let me refund the difference for you. And that wins over the customer. They're like, wow, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. One, not everybody's going to ask you to do that. Two, it really helps to build like your customer up. The other thing that I've seen people do is they'll take the difference of the discount, and if like they'll just basically say like, if you've already purchased this, I'm like on the back end, like I'm gonna do this anyways for you, like without them reaching out. So they're like, I'm just gonna refund the discount for you, anyways, and so you'll have that. So um, splintering, yeah, if you basically if people have already purchased, that's how I would address that, Sandra. But we're talking splintering even for new people. Like you're talking lead magnet to a low ticket to a higher ticket, your core offer. So especially new people, like it's a great way to like get them into your funnel, to build up the email list, to help them become a buyer. Excuse me, to convert them into a buyer, and then a buyer who buys again, repeat purchases. So hope that helps, Sandra. All right. Okay, so you don't see the WhatsApp link. All right, let me post this again. Seeing that in the chat. Oh, Allison, thank you. Thank you for doing that. I appreciate that. Okay, there it is. One more time. Join the WhatsApp. Don't see the messages sent. Okay, yeah, let me see. Sorry about that. I see what you're saying now. Okay, so let me go ahead and I'll put that in the group description so that we don't lose it again, or I'll pin the post, and then you should be able to see the messages that I put out with the replays and everything. So you should have access to that. Yeah, guys, we're going to be also creating a few more resources to really help you unpack the content that we went over today. It's a lot. I know it's a lot. The most important thing is that you could just take action and just go for it. Those people that I showed today, those are real, actual creators on Teachable that I have actually worked with that had real, tangible results. And so if they can do it, you can do it. There's some really amazing people in the WhatsApp group, and you guys, you're going to be able to rally around each other, to support each other, and just absolutely crush it this year. So I'm here for you. We want to support you. Remember, your sales are applied to like you can earn rewards from your sales, especially if you adopt back office. Thank you guys for joining. See you in WhatsApp and go out there and crush it. Thanks. Goodbye.